Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Jonathan Mathis here from SoCal Sports Chronicle. Happy Saturday to you all. I'm excited. I'm pumped because we're getting closer and closer to baseball, one of my favorite sports. I love baseball. I look forward to it every summer, and it's finally back. And as a Dodger fan, I'm hoping that this is finally the Dodgers year. We've been saying that for the last 7 years now. The Dodgers have put together a strong club, one that could, string together victories. We've seen it time and time again. It's becoming a constant pattern for this Dodgers club. They win ball games, but they can never cash in the end. Is this the year that they finally cash in? They better cash in this year because look, if they don't cash in this year, then this could be the final year for the Dodgers because their championship window remains slightly open and it can close after this season. You have impending free agents. Justin Turner is one of them that comes to mind. He could be a free agent, although I'm very confident that the Dodgers will find a way to re-sign him, make sure he remains a Dodger. He's from here. He's a local kid. He's from Southern California. I would think he'll want to finish his career with the Dodgers. The Dodgers have Mookie Betts. Uh, he could have been a 1 year rental. It looks like now he could possibly be a 3 month rental for this Dodger club. So now is the time to win it while you have these marquee players on your roster. I mean, you have Cody Bellinger, who I think will stay in a Dodger uniform for many years to come. You can't possibly pay both Cody Bellinger and Mookie Betts, so one of those guys got to go. Mookie Betts is mechanically sound. He's one of the greatest hitters in the game today. He had a historic season with the Red Sox the year that the Dodgers lost to them in the World Series. I would only think that he will have a better year this year, being that this is his contract year. He's playing for a huge contract. I don't think he'll get it. I think the Dodgers are uh, uh, his likeliest landing spot, I would say. And the reason I say that is well because I don't think um, going on the market you would find a deal for 400 million. I know he is seeking a $400 million contract, which will be hard because baseball has seen a setback with this economic crisis that we're all facing right now. Um, it'll be hard to see him get that amount of money. I think he's better to sign a short-term deal, maybe with the Dodgers, and then reconsider his options later on once baseball is able to finally uh, stabilize their finances. That's going to be very critical moving forward. So I think the team that has the best chance of landing Mookie Betts at this point are the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers are crowded in the outfield, as we know. They have AJ Pollock. The key for him is staying healthy. I think you could use him as a DH, but keep in mind on opening day they'll face the San Francisco Giants, and they will face Johnny Cradle. I don't think you want him to face Johnny Cradle as a designated hitter. I think because he's um he's a left-handed hitter, right? So you want somebody else who can serve better as a DH in that position. But I think moving forward, AJ Pollock can definitely be a DH for the Dodgers. That will keep him healthy. Hopefully, you won't have to see him patrolling center field too much, too very often. It'll probably be Cody Bellinger in center field on an everyday basis, and then Mookie Betts in right. Jock Peterson will switch off with AJ Pollock and AJ Pollock in left. Also, don't forget you have Chris Taylor. That's why I'm saying the outfield is so deep. They have a lot of names in the outfield. Then there's the versatile Kike Hernandez. I think the Dodgers have no excuses. They have a deep rotation, even though they lost. two of their premier names in that rotation. It's hard to see a guy like Ryu go and sign with the Blue Jays. Rich Hill to me was a huge loss, but you still have Clayton Kershaw, who's arguably the most dominant regular season pitcher we've ever seen in baseball history. Then you have Walker Buehler, who to me has the qualities to be a big game pitcher. Nothing seems to rattle this kid. He stays composed. He loves pitching in the big moments. I don't think he'll have a problem being a big game pitcher or pitching in a game 7 situation because we've seen him do a phenomenal job in situations like that. The bullpen to me still remains an area of concern for the Dodgers. I think they still have glaring needs out of that bullpen. I think there's a lot of things they could have fixed in that bullpen. Yes, you did add a guy like Blake Tryon, who came over from the Oakland A's. I think that was a good pickup for the Dodgers. Huge pickup for the Dodgers because he has lights out stuff. Yes, he did battle with injuries. He battled with shoulder and back ailments. We know that. But we also know that he had a damn good 2018 season, and he was a closer for the Oakland A's, and he could rightfully so, you know, fulfill that role here in Los Angeles if Kenley Jensen has another awful year like he did last year. But I don't see why the Dodgers can't make it back to the World Series and face a team like the Yankees. I'll say this. The Dodgers cannot get off to a slow start. They are known for getting off to a terrible start. They have to come out of the gates ready to go. They have to get off to a fast start. And I think if they do that, they'll win an 8 consecutive division title. Now, they have their work cut out for them because the Padres are young and talented. They're a much better ball club now. They've gotten better in so many ways. They have one of the top farm systems in all of baseball. You have Manny Machado. You have Will Myers. You have Fernando Tatis. These are guys that can actually play ball, and you could see some of their minor leaguers possibly be promoted sometime this year too. They still don't have great pitching, although they did address their starting rotation by signing Drew Pomeranz, who came over from Boston. And then they added some bullpen help, which is good for them. They added, what's the kid's name? Pierce Johnson, I believe I'm saying his name correct. He comes at a low risk, but he could be potentially a high reward for the Padres. So I think the Padres will be a tough battle for the Dodgers. And then you can't forget about the Arizona Diamondbacks. This offseason, they signed Madison Bumgarner, who the Dodgers kind of owned in recent years. Max Muncy took one of his balls deep into the ocean. And if you recall, Max Muncy said he can go get it out of the ocean. Of course, Madison Bumgarner wasn't about to take a swim into the cove to get a baseball. Um, but the Diamondbacks are going to be better. They signed former Angels outfielder who we know out here very well, Cole Calhoun, who also recently tested positive for coronavirus. Get well soon, buddy. Hope all is the best for you and your family at this time. But yes, so the Dodgers should still prevail. They don't really have to worry about the Colorado Rockies too much. They don't really have to worry about the lowly San Francisco Giants. Those teams are not really a threat to them. But the Diamondbacks and the Padres are up-and-coming ball clubs, and this is why it's probably the Dodgers' year to win it all, with their window still slightly open. I want to thank you guys for joining me this afternoon. It's always a pleasure to jump on here and talk sports with you guys. I really appreciate you guys investing your time and your afternoon to listen to this video. And please give it a thumbs up. And be sure to subscribe to my channel. I would gladly appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful day. God bless.